What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. I'm super pumped to talk about this, guys. So I want to talk about exactly what I went through during my prep and my season is what I was calling it, because I've never done 3 shows in a row before. If you don't know, here's a little backstory, and you guys stay tuned in. This may take a little bit longer than expected because I do want to make sure that I explain the story properly. I first started competing in 2018. That was my very first show ever. I went into it with the mindset of like, I'm not gonna hire a coach. I'm gonna learn how to do it myself. And that's it. So I was working on Popeye supplements at the time. And during that time, I was studying for my first personal training certificate, which is through ACE right here. That being said, at the same time, I was like, okay, I'm gonna compete. So decided to compete in 2018. And I won my first pro qualifier natural bodybuilding show under the WNBF, World Natural Bodybuilding Federation. End of the show, win the show, cool. Next year, 2019, competed again, decided to coach myself. I learned the first time around because post-show in 2018, post-show that week after, I gained 37 pounds in a week. I didn't know what I was doing when it came to reverse dieting and how to properly manage post-show binging or post-show overeating or post-show just anything in general. Roll around the next year again. I win the 2019 show. And the 2019 show went great. You guys, I came in fucking diced. I coached myself. I knew what I was doing. And fucking I just did it. So it was an awesome show. Learned a lot. So this year I decided to do 3 shows. And I decided to do 3 shows because I really wanted to push myself and see what I was made of. When I started the prep, I did have a coach going throughout this prep. His name is Don Lamb. He's fucking awesome. So he helped coach me. You know, I went through the show, etc. Now, this is nothing on Don either. This is nothing on really anybody except like myself. And it's not even anything that you can really control. I had so much shit going on during this time period where I was competing, guys. I was traveling. I was, you know, making sure my clients were taken care of always, right? I went through a breakup. I was just, you know, handling a lot, and feel like also I haven't given myself like a proper break in like 2 years because I've just been working, working and just working out. Feel like I had the need to overindulge in life almost. And because I wasn't taking care of myself, which I wasn't, and that's okay because you live and learn, you know, that stress and everything from competing to, I felt like there was some sort of pressure with me competing too. So anyways, for me, I don't really do well under pressure, never have. Some people do and some people don't. And I've experienced binge eating before. It's actually very common. So for anybody who doesn't know what binge eating is when you uncontrollably eat to the point to where you feel extremely like overstuffed, overfull. And when you binge eat, your mind is not, it's like you almost don't think about it and you just do it. It's like your body takes over and your mind is unaware of the actions that you are doing. Now, overeating, you can still be unaware, but you don't like eat until the point to where like you can't breathe and so on and so forth, or where you're by the toilet trying to make yourself throw up. And that's like literally, that's where I was. And I'm here to voice that and communicate that to you guys, because I just want to tell you guys and open up with you guys, you know, how severe some preps can be. And that's, I've, you know, never experienced that before in my entire life, ever. And yeah. Now, binge eating disorder is a disorder. A lot of people on social media hype up binge eating. They may, this is funny to me, but this, like, they may actually like tell themselves that they have a disorder when they actually don't, when it's not like clear that or maybe they haven't gone and seen someone where it's like, hey, like, yes, you have a disorder. Sometimes people, nowadays, just from being misinformed during those preps. And it really kicked in when I was in Houston, Texas. So as you guys know, I started my journey of this season this year in Calgary, where I competed in the WNBF Pro, and I placed second with Toby coming in first. He killed it. Then I transitioned to Houston, Texas. And in Texas, it was a blast, obviously. And, training down there was great, so on and so forth. I had a lot of lows in Texas, though, guys. Not gonna lie to you, I had probably about 5 or 6 nights where I just binge ate. I would literally, for example, I would be in my room in Houston, Texas, and late at night, my hunger would kick in. And this was later, deeper down into prep. And I would go downstairs and I'd be blindly eating chicken breasts out of the container, literally just spraying it with low calorie barbecue sauce or ketchup or whatever it is, and eating 6 chicken breasts or eating 2 full bowls of oatmeals with having 4 bananas. I'm talking about eating to the point to where your stomach is so full that you feel like you have the need to go by the toilet and try to make yourself throw up by pushing your fingers down your throat and trying to do that. That's where I was. And me being by the toilet, that happened twice. Overeat, I'm calling it overeating with signs of I would say red flags of binge eating disorder, because I know personally that I don't have a disorder. It is overeating during a bodybuilding prep, though, because of how mentally low you can get from pushing yourself. It's what it can turn into psychologically, because you've been frying yourself. And for me, I was frying myself throughout prep, and that's just what happened. Your body goes into survival mode, and my mind was in a place of deprivation almost. I was deprived from everything, guys. So that's what happens. And that's what happens when you push yourself for so long, when you're at such a low body fat percentage. And that's why I like to inform everybody who watches this YouTube channel, my clients, friends who want to compete, anybody who wants to compete, whoever it is, wherever you are, that's what can happen, but not to everybody. So listen to me really closely, because what I went through does not happen to every competitor, and not every competitor goes through that. I've never, even in my last couple of shows, I didn't go through that. Now, some competitors do overeat. I would say about 90% of competitors post-show, they go and overeat, because that's just how it is when you've been depriving your body and your mind of sufficient nutrients for so long. Also, it depends also how your prep is following up to that, how drastic it was, so on and so forth. There's a lot that can play in to how the outcome of the post-show rebound can actually play out. Now, that being said, a lot of competitors do have a solid post-show, and they can reverse out, so on and so forth. That's not for everybody. One thing I want to talk to you guys about, if you guys are going into a competition, if you guys are thinking about competing, if you guys have the ambition, the drive, the motivation, the desire, just be aware of this, guys. Be aware of what can fucking happen when you're at 4 or 5% body fat for a couple of months on end. You're not in a healthy state. Your body and mind are not in healthy places. It's just not. That's not sustainable long term. And you guys have probably heard that before, because it's true. And when you push yourself so hard for so long, something like what I went through can happen, and happens to a lot of competitors, guys. Like I said, 90%. Now, make sure that if you ever plan on competing, or if you are, I would say to get solid guidance. You guys, as you know, right now, currently, I coach myself. I'm coaching myself. I've coached myself before. That being said, I may get another coach in the future. I don't know yet. Who knows? I do recommend you guys getting solid information. You guys getting solid facts behind what can, what can't happen, what it takes, the push, the drive that it takes, the investment, everything else, because that's all going to play up to you performing and doing your absolute best when you step on stage. That all plays a role, and just make sure that you have the facts down more than anything before you start. That's gonna be my number one tip to you guys. And if you got value from that, then comment some fire down below in the comment section. Future plans moving forward, that's gonna come in another video. I really just wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about what happened in Houston, Texas, because I know that you guys saw stories, videos, and everything online, like on IG, on Facebook, on TikTok, and my placings and stuff like that too. Personally, guys, I don't let the placing fuck with me. I personally just show up at my best. I know damn well I put in, like, you guys, I'm talking about, like, this is the hardest I have ever worked in my entire life. Not just like working, you know what I mean? I'm talking about physically. Like, this is the hardest I have ever pushed myself mentally. And man, your mind does get to the point to where you can only go so hard and, for so long, you know what I mean? And last thing, some people, not all, some people may relate this to, and they may think, oh bro, you should have just pushed harder. Oh bro, you should have just trained harder. Oh bro, this, that. Guys, it's not that. When it comes down to dieting and prepping and getting that lean at that low of a body fat percentage, psychologically, you cannot control the thought patterns or how your neurons fire for you to commit and follow through with an action when you're deprived from like calories and nutrients. You can't control that because that is your mind and that's like something that's out of your control. You know what I mean? So just to let you guys know, sometimes it doesn't have to do with how much hard work you put in. Sometimes it's really just psychologically how it is. You know what I mean? So recap, make sure you know your shit. Number 2, that's like what happened during Houston, Texas, Calgary, and then also Las Vegas. Las Vegas was a fucking blast, guys. Best time I've ever just spent, literally, because it's fucking expensive there. Also, just the best and most enjoyable. Like, you guys, I told everybody this, but when you walk and when you go to Las Vegas for the very first time and you fucking walk and you look at everything, guys, it's literally like Disney World for like an adult. It is the best and funnest place ever. Hands down, definitely going back. That is all, I think. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Make sure you comment down below. Make sure you subscribe. I will be back for more. The next video, I will catch you guys inside of the gym. I'm also going to be taking you guys I'm also going to be taking you guys to the grocery store. I think that's going to be my next video. To the grocery store to show you guys what I'm currently eating. Now post-show, getting more into my off season, which I'm excited about because I'm currently in the works of micro planning that for myself and making sure that I have that regulated. So that's going to be it, family. Much love. Thank you guys for all the support too. Honestly, like throughout this time, I've been getting so many messages of like just people like warm-heartedly just saying like, I get so much value from like the shit that you post, from the tips. I'm here to follow you for like the inspiration, everything. Like, it's just awesome, man. So I just wanted to say thank you guys, because I wouldn't be here without you guys. And I've been currently reminiscing of like how far I've came, and how far I've gone and how far I'm going to go, because I'm fucking certain I'm going far. That's just where my mindset is at. I was like working in my mom's basement the other day, and literally I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, God damn, like this is bringing back the feels of like when I first started editing YouTube videos, when I first started, when I enrolled my first client into my program, when I like did this, when I did that, and I was like, damn, we have come far, man. So yeah, excited for life, guys. Really excited. And I'm gonna be taking you guys with me every single step of the way. Let's freaking go. So that's it. Peace.